Welcome, everybody, to Ridiculously Raw, the most must-see show on YouTube today. Hello, friends. Your ridiculously over good brother, Anthony Florio here, joined by good old MF Michael Fletcher, joined by the Phenom Michael Bullock, the Twisted Angel, Katie Woodson. Full house tonight, and I am so glad because what a night Monday Night Raw turned out to be tonight. SmackDown Live, you've been put on notice. That's all I'm going to say right there. We soldiered up, and we brought the fight tonight, so nothing more to say except let's dive right on in. Monday Night Raw live tonight from the IWC, capital of the world, Chicago, Illinois, the Rosemont Horizon, the Allstate Arena, whatever you want to call it. And we started it off with a promo, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, to address what happened at Super Showdown, where The Undertaker and Kane laid them out. We thought we were going to get a nice show of respect here. Oh no, they brought the fight. They left them laying. HBK and Triple H, they weren't going to take it lying down. And then Triple H had one little question. And I'm going to let good old MF Michael Fletcher give you that question because he does it better than anybody. TX style MF, let's go.
Are you ready?
You can do better than that.
No! I said, are you ready?
And if you ain't down with that, we got two words for you. You know what those are.
We don't need to repeat it.
Yep. Generation X is back, ladies and gentlemen. And the dirt sheets were true. Michael Bullock, he called it. It's going to happen. Shawn Michaels is coming out of retirement for the first time since WrestleMania 26. He's going to team up with the Game, DX, the Brothers of Destruction, Saudi Arabia, November the 2nd, Crown Jewel on the WWE Network. Segment of the night. That's all there is to it. And by the way, those shirts, love them. The minute I find them, getting me one of those bad boys. You better believe it. We should all have one of those in our collection, without a doubt. So, there's nothing left for me to say on this except, oh man, segment of the night. They know how to work the crowd. In the immortal words of good old MF Michael Fletcher.
Well, Florida's a possibility. I mean, when we go to Raw, maybe there's a chance they could have it there.
It's very new, but they're very new shirts, so maybe. I mean, it takes a while before these new shirts hit the thing. I mean, it's possible. I definitely think it's very possible we could see the brand new DX shirt there. But be prepared, guys. You might have to pay top dollar for it, though. I mean, 20, 25, 30 bucks at least. Is normally the going rate for a t-shirt, WWE style. So, I mean, just if you're gonna do it, bring some extra cash, or if you got the plastic, definitely charge it. So, I mean, just be prepared, guys. That's all I'm saying.
Absolutely. But nonetheless, new shirts aside, we got it. It's going to happen. DX against the Brothers of Destruction. Shawn Michaels is coming out of retirement for one night only. Oh, man alive. I mean, what else is there to say? I mean, you got to give props to the merchandising team because they can sure make those shirts. They can sure make those shirts quickly. And we had to know it was coming. Bullock mentioned about a dirt sheet he read. It's official. Crowd was red hot. They were receptive. The broadcast team put it over huge. What else is there to say? So, segment of the night. There's no doubt about it. A great way to kick off what I'm gonna dub this show tonight as old school because several old school performers they brought it tonight. And who said that these old folks don't have it anymore? Well, all the old folks that I'm talking about this evening, the old timers night, if you will, they still got it. That's all I'm gonna say. They made this show what it was here tonight. and that IWC crowd in Chicago as usual. So, oh my goodness. Nothing more to say on this. This was the segment of the night. And MF, when it comes to the WWE Network, there's only one thing there's two things they need to do, and you're going to tell them what those two things are right now.
Well, there's really nothing more for me to say. I mean, yeah, segment of the night, unbelievable way to jump off Monday Night Raw. Look, you kind of knew there had to be some kind of retribution, some kind of callback, some kind of thing, because what the Brothers of Destruction did, well, look, you could say DX kind of pulled, they got one on the Brothers of Destruction, mainly Taker, and the thing was, you fooled me once, shame on me, fooled me twice, shame on you. And Taker just thought, you know what? You screwed me over after all that time. I thought we were done with this, and obviously we were not. All right, Sean, I saw what you did, but one thing you also remember, you could call Taker a sore loser, sour grapes, whatever, but in a way, Taker was like, if it wasn't for your buddy, I had you. I was going to beat you in the middle of the ring, 1, 2, 3, Triple H, and you had to have your running mate, your bestie, stick his nose where it didn't belong, and that's why what happened. So, did Taker and Kane take it a little far? Yeah, I think they did. I mean, tombstoning Shawn, a choke slam on Shawn. I think Triple H got tombstoned in the center of the ring. And that led to Shawn Michaels getting double choke slammed right through the announce table, right at ringside in Melbourne. And we all saw what happened there. Oh my God. As I said, a la Joey Styles. And while I was doing the commentary, I was visualizing it the whole way through with Anthony, with Mike Bullock. And once Sean went through the announce table, I instantly did the Joey Styles. Oh my God. It was that kind of moment. And to see them walking tall while Trips and Sean were both laid out, you knew, you just woke in the monster. But the thing is that what the Brothers of Destruction just did was they just stirred a hornet's nest. Now the tank is out. The war paint is on. And DX, oh my God. You already know trouble is now going to be running amok in WWE. Back in the day, Shawn Michaels and Triple H, you want to talk about Attitude Era? They made a whole lot of people nervous. They made advertising people nervous. They had so many people nervous with the hijinks, the craziness. Don't you remember Christmas when they were in their freaking G-strings for heaven's sakes? I mean, they were pushing the envelope so much back in the day.
Or what about what they did to Vince McMahon's airplane? Woo.
Wait, Bullock. No, that was nothing. Yeah, spray a little DX on the airplane. No. What they did was they low-jacked the limo and pulled the back axle off the car, for heaven's sakes. That was epic.
Or what about what they did to Vince and Shane and the Spirit Squad with all that, stuff that was coming down?
Yeah, I think that was dog crap. Let's be realistic. But whatever. DX is back. God have mercy on everybody's soul. That was an awesome segment. Bullet, go.
Oh yeah, this was definitely the segment of the night. I mean, yeah. I mean, you at Super Showdown when I did see this. I mean, you knew that the Undertaker and Kane were gonna retaliate. I mean, Taker was like, you had to stick your nose where it didn't belong, and you had to screw me out of the match. Well, payback's a you know what. Yeah, and the Brothers of Destruction are back together, but so is the DX Army. I can tell you this right now, boys. Bend down the hatches. Crown Jewel, Saudi Arabia. It's gonna be a war. Brothers of Destruction, D-Generation X. Oh my goodness. It is on. And you know Taker and Kane, they're ready to bring the fight to Triple H and Shawn Michaels. I cannot wait for Friday, November 2nd. Saudi Arabia, it's not going to be the same. Segment of the night, nothing more to say. Dee Woodson. All I can say is the war is on for Friday, November 2nd.
Yep, that it is. This was definitely the segment of the night. Definitely a great way to start off Raw. Great comeback for what happened at Saudi Arabia. And I mean, if you didn't see Saudi Arabia, you guys need to go back and watch that, because that was one heck of a pay-per-view. I mean, that was very, very well done. I enjoyed it very much. So yeah, I mean, that definitely, one of the best matches at the pay-per-view, one of the best promos to follow that and to wrap up the Saudi Arabia for them, and to lead into now a tag team match at Crown Jewel. I mean, what more can you ask for? Brothers of Destruction versus DX. I'm ready for it. So let's move on.
We're all ready for it. America's ready for it. The world is ready for it. Let's do it. That's all there is to say on that. So, how do we follow that? Well, we follow
as Mills Lane would say, let's get it on.
Yeah, let's go. Bobby Lashley versus Kevin Owens. Bobby Lashley defeats Kevin Owens in 13 minutes with a Dominator. NMF. Chicago, we've seen 2 double turns in that arena. Of course, Bret Hart and Stone Cold at WrestleMania 13. Dolph Ziggler and Alberto Del Rio in 2013. I think we just saw another one tonight with Bobby Lashley and Kevin Owens. You heard that crowd. They were poo-pooing over Lashley. Well, mainly because of Leo Rush. And they were hailing Kevin Owens as a conquering hero, for goodness sakes.
Yeah, but the thing is that it's the IWC capital of the world. You knew this was going to happen. Kevin Owens, a Ring of Honor guy, they came to Chicago a number of times, performing at that Sears Center where they did All In. So, yeah, it was comfortable. That was home turf for Kevin Owens. Bobby Lashley, yeah, everybody's kind of sick and tired of walking Armageddon. And of course, Leo Rush, I'm not gonna say, I'd rather be nice and not say and not get myself in trouble here tonight. So yeah, I definitely agree with that. But it was a good fight, no doubt about it. Solid match, good performance by everybody involved. I could give this about maybe 3 stars. I mean, or at least 2.5 to 3. I mean, this was a really good matchup. Nothing more to say. And yeah, Mike Bullock, is yours.
Yeah, I'll give it about 2.5 to 3 stars. I mean, it was a solid match. I mean, some would say it's a double turn here, but like Fletcher just mentioned, we're in the IWC capital of the world, Chicago. And Fletch mentioned, I mean, with the days of Ring of Honor and when Kevin Owens was known as Kevin Steen, and he was getting loved by that crowd, and yeah, Bobby Lashley was getting poo-pooed by the IWC, and especially with Leo Rush. So yeah, I mean, I don't know what to expect when they get outside the IWC, whether he really is a heel, but we'll just have to wait and see. So nothing more to say. Didi Woodson, I give it to you.
Bobby Lashley's a heel. I mean, that was a classic turn. That was exactly what they planned on doing, and even some of the dirt sheets have already said he's a heel. What the heck was it with Leo Rush having a microphone throughout the whole freaking match? That was a wee bit annoying. Wasn't real crazy about that. Someone needs to shut his trap during the match, or at least do not give him a microphone to annoy the audience while they're trying to enjoy the match. I'll go ahead and I'll give it 2 stars. I'm not going to go much higher than that because somebody needs to snatch the microphone out of that little idiot's hand and shut him up. Because if you want to watch a match, you want to watch a match. You don't want to listen to an idiot standing outside the ring with a microphone yelling. So
Maybe take him to the woodshed.
yeah, I'll take the
No,
idiot to the woodshed.
but I think this is if you want to put the heel-like attitude, this is the perfect way to do it. Get a sniveling little weasel like Leo Rush and pair him with Bobby Lashley, and what do you get? You get the carbon copy of Enzo Amore and Big Cass.
Exactly.
So
and
it works.
Drake has already proven with the Authors of Pain, you can be a heel and not have a damn microphone in your hand out there spewing garbage during a match. That's as bad as what was it? The whistleblower guy. I can't remember his name right now. They blew the whistle throughout the whole freaking match. W.
Wait, you mean Fonzie? Bill Alfonso?
He was
that was Fonzie. Bill Alfonso. I'm an ECW guy. I know who you're talking about. He was the one. He was managing RV. He was managing RVD and Sabu back in the day. Yeah, Bill Alfonso, Fonzie.
I mean, being a heel now or a heel manager is fine. I mean, that's great, but you don't need to be out there blowing a whistle throughout the whole match. You don't need to be out there spouting into a microphone through the whole match. You can be a heel, as Bobby Heenan even proved. You can be a heel without having the extra crap. My high horse is done. Let's toss it to Florio.
2.5 to 3 is my effort. I gotta say, it's one of the top 3 fights of the night. Not the fight of the night by any means, but this was a solid match. I mean, even with Leo Rush, or as I call him, Abraham Washington 2.0. I mean, that's another name out of the past that, he's as annoying as he is. Let's not kid ourselves. And Bill Alfonso, of course, a former referee back in the day as well, a WCW and WWF referee back in the old WWF days. So, but yeah, nonetheless, this was a double turn. Without a doubt, this was a double turn. I mean, that crowd loves KO, and I like the idea of Rush and Lashley as heels, and I also like the possibility of Kevin Owens as a babyface. I think that could do wonders for him. Who knows? So we'll wait and see. So nonetheless, the news keeps on coming. I mean, another. I mean, like I said, this was a newsworthy show here tonight, and we had D-Generation X reuniting. We had a double turn. Oh, it doesn't stop there. A return match, first of 2 return matches from Super Showdown. 6-woman tag team match. Raw Women's Champion Ronda Rousey and the Bella Twins squaring off against the Riot Squad. Same result. Ronda and the Bellas winning in 10.5 minutes. Ronda tapping out Ruby Riott with the infamous armbar. And, well, we heard the rumors. We've heard rumors that it would be Ronda Rousey and Nikki Bella for the Raw Women's Championship at Evolution. Well, we finally confirmed it because the Bellas turned on Ronda Rousey. Nikki Bella attacking Ronda from behind. Brie jumps in, and there you have it. So, nothing really more to say on this. Michael Bullock, I mean, come on in. I mean, we knew this was coming, and I'm just glad that it's not going to be one of those respect babyface versus babyface matches. I mean, let me tell you, heel Bella Twins, now that's what's best for business.
Yeah, I mean, you knew it was only a matter of time before and we got it tonight. The match, I'll give it about 2.5 stars, but man, I mean, the Bellas really took it to Ronda Rousey after the match, and yeah, so there you go, it's official. Nikki Bella, Ronda Rousey for the Raw Women's Championship at Evolution. And like you said, the heel Bella Twins, now that's what's best for business. Nothing more to say. Dee Woodson, your thoughts on this? And we're finally getting it at Evolution.
Yeah, we've had little teasers of Evolution all the way up till now, and that we all pretty much knew, you know, that the rumors were out that it's going to be Nikki and Ronda for the title at Evolution, and you knew there had to be a point for Nikki to actually turn on Ronda. Well, they actually pulled that trigger tonight, and she turned on Ronda after them getting the win over the Riot Squad again. I'm going to give it about 2 stars. You know, it wasn't that bad of a match. I think the heel turn at the end was probably for me a little bit better than the match, just because of the fact that, you know, that's the storyline, that's the progression right there. Because just repeating the match from the pay-per-view isn't, you know, that doesn't do anything for me. That doesn't prove that you're progressing into the next pay-per-view. That's just trying to end the last storyline. But I mean, to me, it just kind of seems redundant. Why repeat the match when you're going to get the same outcome anyway? But like I said, after the match, that's pretty much storyline progression. Very well done. You know, I knew it was coming. Wasn't sure when. Glad they finally executed it. Glad we're finally starting to build for Evolution, and we'll just take it from here and see what happens. See how this ball rolls. So, Florio, it's yours.
This is about another 2.5 to 3 star match. Good angle on another necessary heel turn. I'm thrilled that this Evolution main event between Rousey and Nikki Bella will not be a babyface match. This will definitely be interesting to see how this affects Daniel Bryan on SmackDown Live, seeing that Brie Bella is, you know, aligned with Nikki as heels. So we'll see how that goes. But nonetheless, I mean, you know, the match, you know, it was fine. You know, it was just pretty much a carbon copy of the Super Showdown bout. But nonetheless, this was well done. I saw this coming from a mile away. I mean, because we only had 3 weeks to build this thing. And the sooner they executed it, the better off we were going to be. So, well done there. I mean, absolutely well done. I love the Bellas as heels. I mean, people love to hate them anyway. I mean, you know, we all know how much flack they've gotten over the years. So, you know, for being, you know, glory hogs and, you know, snobs and all that. And, you know, for many years on this program, nobody was a bigger critic of the Bellas than I was. So, but in this case, what they did here tonight, that was brilliant and well done. So, Now we can get excited about this match, and it is official. Ronda Rousey will defend the Raw Women's Championship at Evolution against Nikki Bella. So definitely looking forward to this. So another 2.5. I would probably say I could probably give this a solid 2.5. Call this the third best fight, and I'll give the Lashley and Owens the second best fight. So nothing really more to say here. I mean, MF. I mean, I don't know about you, but I saw this coming from a mile away the minute that this match was over.
Oh yeah, you definitely had the feeling of it, but it happened, so awesome. And yeah, like you guys said, 2.5. So nothing more to say, Anthony. Let's just move on.
Well, of course, Ridiculously Raw. You know, we always have cutouts here, and well, I'll leave it up to you guys. If you want to get into this, we can. If you want to move on, it's fine. Return match from the Mixed Match Challenge of Finn Balor and Bayley against Jinder Mahal and Alicia Fox. Finn Balor and Bayley win the match 7 minutes and 20 seconds. Finn Balor with our favorite move, the coup de grace, or as you know, Luge calls it, the coup de grace. I forgot to mention during the Owens and Lashley match, Michael Bullock, Kevin Owens did the unthinkable. He did a tope con hilo, if you could believe it. So yeah, move on. Yeah, I had a feeling. All right. I would probably give it about 1.5 to 2 on my end. I mean, the crowd enjoyed the fight, but you know, I just feel bad for Finn Balor and Bayley because you know this was pretty much used to get the Mixed Match Challenge over. So, and then we had. Now this is most certainly a cut. I don't even need to ask about this. This ridiculous global battle royal put together by the Constable, Baron Corbin. Ew. Yeah, he puts this mockery together. Gets all these ham and eggers. Probably down that street on Chicago that Jesse Ventura referred to at the '89 Survivor Series. I gotta try to figure that out. Halston Street or something like that. I don't know. But he had all these mutton heads in there. And we think that Baron Corbin was going to have an easy pass to the WWE World Cup as part of the crown jewel. John Cena automatically an automatic entrant because, well, he's John Cena. So he doesn't need to lower himself to qualify. So a masked wrestler named the Conquistador wins this thing. And if you haven't known conquistadors in the past, Edge and Christian, the Hardy Boys, Kurt Angle, the real general manager of Monday Night Raw, he wins the Battle Royal. A fun payoff to that silliness. The broadcast teams of that angle will be in the World Cup at Crown Jewel. So it's going to be him and John Cena. We got 4 superstars from Raw, 4 superstars from SmackDown Live, and only one will be the World Cup champion. And let's hope the whoever. I'm hopeful that it'll be a Raw guy, of course. MF will hope it's a SmackDown guy. So you know we'll see what happens. So may the best man win, even though we all know it will be from Monday Night Raw.
Okay, I got a question real quick.
Yes, Dee Dee, what can I do for you?
Which show is Cena representing?
That's a good question. He's a free agent.
Because he's a free agent and he's been on both shows. And you can make the argument for SmackDown because that's where he debuted, but you can also make the argument for Raw because he's been on there. So what show do you think it is?
I'm probably guessing because they announced it on Raw. Most likely, I would think that John Cena will be Monday Night Raw in this instance.
I'll take it.
I would think that he probably will be a Raw guy for this event. Even though, if you remember, he was on Team SmackDown when they fought in the Survivor Series. So I'm guessing this time around, he'll probably be representing Monday Night Raw in this battle because, well, No, I'll save it later for my Mikey's mindset, or well, for when I preview the Cerebral Smack Talk tomorrow, because we actually do have a couple of matches as it pertains to the World Cup.
Okay, so there you have it. So let's move on. Another cutout here. Nia Jax against Ember Moon. Ember Moon wins the match at countout. Wins the match via countout in 3 minutes. There was a show of respect afterwards. No rating to a dud here, but I could see this thing maybe building to Evolution here. So we'll have to wait and see. So now we get back into relevant stuff here. The Hall of Famer, my all-time favorite, Trish Stratus, looking incredible as usual. You know, she got the promo. Now this was originally it was scheduled to be her against Alexa Bliss one-on-one. Trish gets interrupted by Alexa Bliss and Mickie James, and they run her down. They run, they talk all this smack about her, and they say, you know what? Instead of a one-on-one match, how about we make it a tag team match? How about Mickie says, how about Alexa and I team up against you and a partner of your choosing? Yeah, about that. Trish already has a partner. It only turned out to be the Queen of Extreme herself, Lita. So instead of 2 singles matches, we're going with a tag team match. Well, in the immortal words of Teddy Long, it's going to be a tag team match, playa. It's going to be Trish Stratus and Lita against Mickie James and Alexa Bliss. Holla. Yeah, holla indeed. No complaints. And I have absolutely no complaints about this. I mean, I think it's only fitting we start with Didi Woodson on this, because we all know, Didi, your tie-in with Team Extreme, not just the Hardys, but Lita as well. I mean, and how about this? It was supposed to be Trish and Alexa one-on-one and Mickie James and Lita one-on-one. But now they've gone with an about face, and now we're going to have a tag team match. Mickie and Alexa against Trish and Lita. Whoa, no complaints from me. What about you?
No complaints here. In fact, when Mickie said, that about let's make it a tag team match, I was like, well, we already know who Trish's partner is going to be. You guys have already announced that it was going to be Mickie and Lita and Alexa and Trish. So, I mean, they had pretty much already given that away before they did this promo. But still, it was good to see, all of them come out, because as I was telling Kevin earlier, you've got 3 legends in the ring, which was Trish, Lita, and Mickie James, and then you have the has been, never been, whatever you want to call Miss. I want to call myself this extreme person that she's not, this worthless little crap she is. That can't even do her math right, because I think I brought this up last week, that there's no way in the world she could have been the age she said she was in that promo. And here Trish just pretty much said the whole same thing. Alexa can't even get her math right for when she supposedly met Trish to have all that done on her little bliss moment. So, yeah, I mean, have we had one too many hits to the skull, sweetheart? Because you certainly can't figure things out, that's for sure. But this was really a good segment. Very good to see the 4 ladies out there that's going to be in this match, and seeing it tied together like this with a little bow. Nice little, boost for Evolution coming up. It makes you even more excited to see it happen. I was really hoping Lita was going to actually jump off that turnbuckle, but of course Mickie had to roll out, so it is what it is. But yeah, thumbs up on it. So, Florio, it's yours.
Like I said, no complaints here either. I mean, you're not overloading Evolution. You're not watering it down with 10 to 15 bouts here. Killing 2 birds with 1 stone, as the old saying goes. And I mean, I'm sure the singles matches would have been fine, but But I think making this a tag team match was the smart thing to do here. I mean, who doesn't want to see Trish and Lita team up? I mean, Bullock had a theory. I mean, he wanted to see Trish and Lita against Alexa Bliss and Carmella, to shut them up. But not happening there. But hey, we get the next best thing: Trish and Lita against Alexa Bliss and Mickie James. And of course, there was a standout moment during this promo. Not just Lita coming back, but also, and if MF was watching, his girl Mickie James brought up the fact that, she got in Trish's face and says nothing good ever happens in Chicago. We all know what that was a tie-in for. WrestleMania 22. We all remember it. MF and I were, we were together for that moment. I had him over my house that night. We watched WrestleMania 22. What a moment it was when Mickie James won the Women's Championship from Trish Stratus. One of the greatest women's matches in WrestleMania history. But nonetheless, like I said, this was an old school night. This was old timers night. I mean, DX doing their thing, reuniting, Kurt Angle getting the best of the Constable, which was awesome. And now we get to see Trish and Lita. And Trish and Lita did their thing. I mean, I felt like Peabody and Sherman from the Bullwinkle show. I mean, we were gassing up the Wayback Machine there. So hey, fine with me. You know me. I'm an old school guy. You all know that. And if, like I said, this had the feel of an old school show tonight. I mean, with DX running around, Kurt Angle running around, Trish and Lita running around, and the Bellas. I mean, my goodness. I mean, what a night. What a moment. So I cannot wait. Nothing more to say except MF. I mean, that moment with Mickie and Trish there. I know you were getting goosebumps for that, but nonetheless, Mickie and Alexa, Trish and Lita. I mean, how good did Trish and Lita look tonight?
Oh yeah, I mean, the excitement is on, guys. It's gonna be epic. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be, and plus on top of that, it protects Alexa Bliss. Obviously she's not at 100%. There was a lot of concern about her health going into Evolution. They pulled her off the Mixed Match Challenge because of an unspecified injury. We don't know what it was. And now they took a one-on-one match where a lot of people were excited for Trish and Alexa. But if you remember initially, a lot of people were like, why are you doing Lita versus Mickie James? A lot of people were not really too thrilled about that announcement. Now I think everybody's going to be satisfied with this. This is going to have everybody saying, shut up and take my money. Because now you got literally the two greatest women of WWE's era, Trish and Lita, joining forces to take on Alexa Bliss and Mickie James. I don't think there's nobody that's gonna have one argument, one iota of, oh, why is this happening now? No. That went out the window when that got announced tonight. That's out the window. There's no more debate. There's no more, oh, why is this happening? No. Everybody's probably all on board paying the $9.99 for this one, because this is going to be fun. This is going to be epic. And, I heard rumors about that the ticket sales have not been great at the Nassau Coliseum for this event. Trust me, Trish and Lita together, that's going to get more ticket sales than everything else. WWE is smart. They knew they needed to do something. Dude, they put team besties together. Dee Woodson was right. When you put Trish and Lita together, that's magic waiting to happen, man. I mean, how awesome were they together? How awesome were they apart, going at each other one-on-one? I mean, you want to talk about women's evolution, you got it right there before your very eyes. This is going to be a fun fight. Nothing more to say. Mike Bullock, is yours.
Yeah, I love this segment. I mean, and you, like you said, I mean, it protects Alexa Bliss, and yeah, Alexa and Mickey talking smack to Trish, and then basically, uh, Mickey reminding Trish of what happened that one night in Chicago, she where she lost the women's title to that Mickey James, the psycho Mickey James that I think Fletcher really liked back in 2006 at WrestleMania, and yeah, I mean this was really good. I mean, this will get people definitely more interested in the match. Now it's a tag team match, and Lita looks really good, and let's just say there's a certain someone in my family that will be pretty happy about seeing Lita, and that's of course is my uncle Brian, because I think it was one time a few years ago he went to some event at the convention center, and he actually got to see Lita up close, and he was really falling for her. And here's another thing, guys. He even liked one of my uncle's tattoos. Then, I mean, Lita really liked one of his tattoos, and so I'm sure he's really going to be looking forward to seeing this match, as is everybody. And but more so, myself and Dee Dee Woodson, because of how much we don't like Alexa Bliss, and let's just say Team Bestie is going to beat the crap out of Mickey James and Alexa Bliss, and we're going to show them what women's wrestling is all about. Nothing more to say, Florio. Let's move right along.
And move along we shall. And then Paul Heyman. Well, before we get to Paul Heyman, there was another cutout. Bobby Roode and Chad Gable against the Ascension. Roode and Gable win in 4 minutes and 15 seconds. No comment here, but then the AOP laid out everybody, so looks like I don't know what's going on with that, but nonetheless, then Paul Heyman came out. He cut another money promo, like he always does, and then it led in to the main event, the 6-man tag team match return match from Super Showdown, the Shield against the Dogs of War, and the Dogs of War win the match 22 minutes and 40 seconds. I believe I start this out. Without a doubt, this was the fight of the night. 4 to 4.25 stars. Strong main event. Heel trio gets the needed win. And now we're right back to Ambrose looking frustrated. I mean, like I said, this was the most newsworthy show, the most newsworthy Monday Night Raw in recent memory. The legends returning for Crown Jewel and Evolution are definitely helping, but hopefully they do more to heat up the full-timers for when things go back together less than a month from now. You know, when we move on from Evolution and Crown Jewel and get ready for the Survivor Series. But I mean, wow. So but great way to cap it all off. I mean, a fantastic main event, and I can honestly say this was actually better than the Super Showdown bout. So 4 to 4.25 stars. Another very good Raw main event. The main events have been getting better lately, and all I can say is, what a way to cap off. I mean, overall, I mean, like I said, this was not the greatest Monday Night Raw, I'll be honest, because, we had our cutouts and low points, but because of how strong and so newsworthy that this show was here tonight, mainly with, the old school feel with all the legends, running around and raising hell tonight. I mean, it felt like I was watching Monday Night Raw from like 10 years ago, 10, 15 years ago, back when MF and I were doing our JR and King thing from back in the day. So, stage announce table, ringside, it didn't matter. So nothing more to say on this. 4 to 4 1/4. Another damn good main event, even better than the Super Showdown bout. Nothing more to say here. MF, what a way to cap off one of the most newsworthy Monday Night Raws in a long time.
4 stars for me. Great matchup, great main event. You basically said everything else, no doubt about it. Bullock, I'll give it to you.
Yeah, I'll give it 4 stars as well. I mean, yeah, you pretty much touched on everything. So let's just move on to D.D. Woodson.
Yeah, I'll go 4 1/4 stars. Definitely good way to end the show. So not much more I'm going to say. Let's wrap her up.
Yeah, we're going to move on to the overall thoughts on this show tonight. Good old MF, Michael Fletcher. Started off with you. I mean, like I said, most newsworthy show in recent memory.
Most newsworthy show in recent memory. Very good Monday Night Raw. It's been a long time since I reeled off this number, but it deserves it. 7.5 out of 10. Well done. Very good show. I'm only penalizing it because of the cutouts, but other than that, the flow was actually really good for the 3 hours. The action, what action they had was really good. The promo segments were really red hot, especially at the beginning with the DX. Then you had the epicness with Trish, Lita, and Mickie James and Alexa Bliss. You had that. A really good main event to close the show. Some good parts in between. So the way I feel it, it turned out very well. Nothing more to say. My hat's off to Monday Night Raw. You guys really came out and you guys dominated and looked really good about it. So nothing more to say. Mike Bullock, I give it to you. 7.5 out of 10 for me.
Yeah, 7.5 out of 10. I mean, the only downside was the cutouts, but other than that, the matches were good. The promo segments were spot on, especially that beginning segment with the Triple H and Shawn Michaels. I mean, and like you said, the storyline progression, you're building not towards that Crown Jewel pay-per-view on November 2nd, but for the Evolution pay-per-view coming up later this month. So, yeah, there's nothing more that needs to be said. 7.5 out of 10. Great job, Monday Night Raw. Let's see how SmackDown does tomorrow night. So, nothing more to say. D.D. Woodson, I give it to you.
Yeah, I'll agree with the rating. In my opinion, other than the main event, the segments really kind of ruled Raw because they were almost every single one of them was tied to one of the 2 pay-per-views as storyline building. But your main event still was, one of the better main events. Like I said, I'm not real crazy about repeating matches. This one, out of the 2 they repeated, definitely was the better of the 2. Because I could have done without the repeat of the ladies, but of course the main reason they did it was so they could do the heel turn. And Angle as Conquistador, that was pretty cool. But then you got a lot of the backstage moments also that were relevant, like the one where it looked like Strowman's team was going to combust in the back because Ziggler's trying to get in everybody's head. Everybody's turning on Ziggler. Strowman's turning on both of them. And then they get out there. They start to combust again during the main event, but somehow pull it all together to win the match. And then it looks like the Shield is the one who's going to end up combusting in the end anyway. So then, of course, you've got now the Team Bestie versus whatever you want to call Blitz and James. So you got some really good stuff coming out of this. So yeah, I mean, it's a very, very newsworthy is what I'm going to call it for Raw, which is unusual to say because that's usually what you get out of SmackDown, not Raw. SmackDown or Raw, you still need to work on matches, but hey, you came out at least 50-50 on matches tonight, so not bad. But you still need to work on it. Get your monkeys out of there, and let's get some real good writing going. So see you tomorrow night, guys.
All right, we'll see you then, Needy. And yes, for my taste, without a doubt, 7.5. I definitely agree with that rating. I mean, if it wasn't for the cutouts, it would have been even higher. But like I said, this show was unbelievable tonight. It was well done, and it was pretty much the legends. I mean, the legends were. It was not just the legends; it was also the atmosphere. I mean, it's the IWC capital of the world. You know why we call it that? That crowd was red hot as always. I mean, DX reuniting, reforming. We know it's going to be them against the Brothers of Destruction at Crown Jewel. The Bellas turning on Ronda Rousey, setting up the Ronda Rousey Nikki Bella women's title match at Evolution. Trish Stratus and Lita squaring off against Mickie James and Alexa Bliss at Evolution. The apparent double turn of Bobby Lashley and Kevin Owens, which would be the third in that arena, going with Del Rio and Ziggler from 2013, and of course Bret Hart and Stone Cold from WrestleMania 13. And I mean, that main event was unreal, and two solid matches, and yeah, but those cutouts, I mean, if it wasn't for the cutouts, we would have been talking maybe 9.5, but this was a 7.5. I definitely agree with that, without a doubt. Some people were poo-pooing all over this show as usual. I mean, some gave it like a 5, but but for me, this was 7.5, no doubt. So, okay. So, with all that being said, let's dive right on into our Tony's take for this week, and we'll get into it. 205 Live. 205 Live, which delivered again only 2 matches. We had Akira Tozawa against Jack Gallagher. Akira Tozawa wins it in 8.5 minutes, 3-star match, good back and forth opening bout, with Tozawa overcoming the odds and getting back on the winning track. And then from there, the other match, we had, just bear with me here. All right. TJP against Kalisto. And it was Kalisto winning in 16.5 minutes. This was 3.5 stars. Very good main event with TJP being a great heel and playing off the assault on Lince Dorado. Kalisto, a great fighting babyface, and ended up with the win, but still had his mask stolen, as they'll set up Metalik and TJP. Leo Rush is going to have an open challenge next week. That should be interesting. So, 7.25 out of 10. It was another good show, some good wrestling, and they had some great final build to Cedric Alexander and Buddy Murphy. Of course, if you didn't see it at Super Showdown, a new Cruiserweight champion crowned, Buddy Murphy. He wins the title. I mean, what a moment that was for him to win the Cruiserweight Championship in his home country in front of 70,309 at the Cricket Ground in Melbourne. I mean, that was the second greatest international home pop moment. Of course, the greatest will forever be when the British Bulldog won the Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship from Bret Hart, the 92 SummerSlam, which, for my money, is still, in my opinion, the greatest match in SummerSlam history. Right up there, of course, with the non-sanctioned match with Shawn and Triple H in 02, but story for another day. But we'll see how that plays out tomorrow. So, or I should say Wednesday night, rather. I'm still trying to get used to this Wednesday night thing. So that goes down Wednesday night. So moving on to Impact Wrestling as we inch closer to their WrestleMania, Bound for Glory, and they delivered. Oh my! They delivered here. So just bear with me for a minute as I get this up here. We continue in Mexico. All right, let's see what we have here. First match of the night, we had Rich Swann against Matt Sydal. Matt Sydal wins in 7 minutes and 40 seconds, 2 3/4 to 3 stars. Pretty good overall, but it never really kicked into that next gear. It'll be interesting to see how they work the pairing with Matt Sydal and Ethan Page. Moving on, the chairman of the board, La Parka, we all remember him. He went up against Eli Drake, and La Parka wins the match in 2.5 minutes via count out because Eli Drake just walked out. Yeah, it didn't last long. They didn't do much. It was really bad. Well, it's a typical heel walkout. I still feel like they have no idea what to do with the man. Joe Henry against the Murder Clown. The Murder Clown wins 2 minutes, 45 seconds. No comment. I mean, the feud continues between Grado, Henry, and Katarina. But I'm just not feeling the feud at all. I'm just going to park it there. I don't have anything really much else to say. This was a great segment. Johnny Impact and Austin Aries. Well done. Aries was spitting fire. He delivered a hell of a promo, doing some great work to sell this title feud. Easily the best thing on the show. Then Su Yung against Kiera Hogan. Su Yung wins in 4 minutes and 20 seconds. 2.5. A solid fight overall. Hogan continues to impress and looks good. But she got put in a coffin. Allie freaked out. You know where that's going. They apparently tried to tease the Bound for Glory 6-man with OVE against Pentagon, Phoenix, and Cage. Pentagon, Phoenix, and Cage winning 3:45 via DQ. 2 stars. I mean, I'm just glad they didn't give away a full fight here. I mean, it would have felt foolish. It was okay, but the overall angle was good to add to the build for a match that could easily steal the show of Bound for Glory, and it served its purpose well. Let's see here. 6.5 out of 10. It started off well enough with a pretty good Swan and Seidel match that set the arrival of Ethan Page and also set up another Bound for Glory match. But then, it fell off a cliff with some bad wrestling, and because of the Drake and Parka and Henry Murder Clown nonsense were bad. The Eddie Edwards and Moose angle was fine. Led to a great segment between Impact and Aries. Great promo from Austin Aries. Allie failed in her mission as Hogan was put into a coffin, and they teased Allie snapping in another possible Bound for Glory match with Su Yung. The closing angle was good to sell the big 6-man with OVE, Pentagon, Phoenix, and Cage. The build for Bound for Glory is picking up. 6 official matches. But there was an overall real mixed bag. There was a lot of solid, some really bad, but also some good to great pay-per-view build. I mean, the effort was solid, but they had to knock it out of the park on this go-home show that's going down Thursday. So, to address that elephant in the room right now. Okay. Coming up Thursday for the go-home. Petey Williams against Jack Evans, Trevor Lee and the Puma King. Tessa Blanchard against a girl named Kira. Rohit Raju against Gursinder Singh. And Austin Aries, Moose, and Killer Cross against Johnny Impact, Eddie Edwards, and Falaba. So, final build for Bound for Glory. I'll give you, I'll give you the full results of Bound for Glory next week. So nothing more to say on this. Before we wrap up, I'm going to bring in MF to set the table for the Cerebral Smack Talk. And from what I'm hearing, I'm guessing it's tomorrow night, MF. Is that correct?
It will indeed be tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, 10:30 Eastern. Even though I'm not working, I'd rather do 10:30. Give you guys an extra opportunity to get here. But it's going to be a pretty light show as of right now. All I have is I got SmackDown Live. I got some Lucha Underground stuff. I'm going to try to scrounge around, maybe give my thoughts on the Super Showdown on the SmackDown side, because we got a lot of talk about. First off, the main event, or for the WWE Championship, it will be AJ Styles. He beat Samoa Joe. He will fight Daniel Bryan for the title. Daniel Bryan advances, beating The Miz in record time. He put him away wicked quick. I was shocked over that outcome, but it is going to be Daniel Bryan versus AJ Styles for the WWE Championship at Crown Jewel. Plus, 2 matches have been announced. That's qualifying matches that will be a part of the World Cup. Randy Orton goes one-on-one with The Big Show. That's right, The Big Show is back in WWE. He will be fighting the Apex Predator tomorrow night, and I do believe there's another fight, and this one was actually pretty good too. So we're going to have at least 2 representing on SmackDown, going in to counter Kurt Angle and John Cena both making it in. So, and plus, there's also a women's title fight, a rematch. Charlotte Flair versus Becky Lynch. But here's the notable thing. If Becky Lynch gets disqualified, she loses the SmackDown Women's title. So you can't be DQ'd, or else we're going to have a new champion. So nothing more to say. See you guys tomorrow night, 10:30 Eastern, Braves Fan 95. Have a good night, everybody. And Anthony, it's all yours, bro.
All right, so 10:30 tomorrow night. You heard all that rundown for the Cerebral Smack Talk, and then Thursday night we got college football Thursday. We'll set that time tomorrow, whatever's best for all you guys, and then Friday night at 10:30, of course, we'll have NFL Friday, and then we'll be right back here next week for Ridiculously Raw as we continue the road to evolution and crown jewels. So that's it. So until tomorrow night for the Cerebral Smack Talk with MF, it's your ridiculously over good brother Anthony Florio here for good old MF Michael Fletcher, for the Phenom Michael Bullock, and the Twisted Angel D.D. Woodson. The routine, everybody. Thumbs up. Talk to you later. Yeah, throw it up Fortune Force style. All right, for now, my friends, God bless. Be good to each other. Have a blessed Tuesday. Until tomorrow for the Cerebral Smack Talk, keep it watching Ridiculously Raw right here on the Tone 25 and YouTube.com. And remember, no matter what anyone tells you, wrestling is indeed actually real. For everybody who's been a part of this one, for now, Anthony Florio, so long, and bye, everybody, bye.